Oh, we'll table the swim lessons for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the weirdest metaphor for learning how to drive stick shift I've ever sat through. You never know.
I walk over to where the captain is.
All right.
Captain.
What is your position on this ship? What are you?
I'm the navigator.
Navigator. Oh, that's right. You know where the fuck you are at all times.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is this part of the ship called again? My memory's not.
Where are we?
At the front.
Yes,
area
this
of the
is
ship.
this is the bow.
The bow. Good to know. Good to know.
Is that right? I think that's right.
That is correct.
You know, despite
The
your
bow of a ship headed for a new land.
despite your actor's nervousness about shipping terms right now, I can't help but notice that you seem more at ease out here.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it helps that you all know a little bit more. I don't quite feel the pressure to pretend like I know everything, because I don't, and we've all leaned on each other rather well, so, yeah.
You are very different than when I first met you. Accent aside.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's curious to me because, you know, we are sailing off to something very intense, and Beauregard and I and Veth have very personal stakes in this, and, you know, Caduceus is here because he sees some sort of grand plan in everything we do. Jester is like the glue of this group of weirdos that we are. And Yasha, I have never met anyone who craved a family so much. But you know, I brought up the other day that sword you held up to my neck.
Mm-hmm.
That seems so long ago. I was very untrustworthy. I am very untrustworthy. You were founded in your actions that day, but you were far more. You were darker then, and this new place you're in. I know you're still finding your footing, but it is admirable. What you're doing, you're here, out in the middle of nowhere, trying to help broker peace between two countries, neither of which you are from. And we'd like to think of Caduceus as the only, as the most selfless in our party. But you're no slouch yourself.
Thank you, that means a lot. I realize darker is probably a very apt term. I would probably call it more full of it. That sword and everything that came with it was really the first sense of control I've had in my life, or the ability to control others, or even just affect a situation. And I think with a little bit of reflection, I'm starting to realize that maybe I thought that the way to enforce or shepherd others was through darkness or force or threats.
Control is a tempting thing.
Yeah. It didn't feel good. I stopped you in that moment, and then I felt terrible. And I didn't know if that meant that control meant feeling terrible all the time, or if there was something wrong with the way that exchange went. And that and a million other things led to me realizing I don't have to do things that way. I don't have to do things in the way that were done to me.
I understand you.
Of course you do. Of course you do. I don't know if if I'm more comfortable, if maybe I just care a bit less. And I think that's the better place for me to be. I don't know if I'll ever be comfortable with any of this, but small things help. Watching over you and Rexingtrum, making sure that Jester can do whatever she needs to do with this entity. Watching Bo go back to her family, watching Yasha come back, watching Beth. This is more life than I ever thought I would see. Every day is like a new page in what I thought was going to be a terribly boring and repetitive book, and it's not. So, yeah.
You know, these people that we are dealing with, my people, there are good people in the Empire, but these are not them. They are dangerous. And you are selflessly putting yourself in a very dangerous spot for very bad people. I was one of them, Fjord. He sort of grips the railing of the ship and looks to see where everybody else is, particularly Jester. And when he realizes that they're well enough away. Long time ago, you asked me about myself, and I just never answered. I value this family, Fjord, because I killed my own. For these people that we are going to deal with. You understand me? My own. And I'm ruined. But I take comfort in the fact that I have a chance to do something to make up for it. And I am very grateful for these people. And you're a good friend. And I felt like that needed to be said out loud. I'm glad you're here.
I admit I can't even begin to fathom what your experience in all this must be like. I never knew my family, and whatever story I tell myself about them, it in no way compares to what I know you have gone through. I know that. You are a good friend. I know you've done terrible things, but I see a good man. I do. It's part of the reason I decided to just try and be one myself and not someone else. You and I have very similar journeys and vastly different backgrounds. These people, your people, have we even scratched the surface of what they can do?
I really don't think so.
What are they waiting for?
The moment where they can ascend.
Do you think they mean to empower the Empire, raise it above the dynasty, or is there a chance that they are trying to do more?
It is definitely to raise the power of the Empire, for they are the Empire. But my teacher, they serve a king, but they serve themselves. They always have. They will do anything to maintain and improve their position.
They just certainly don't seem to be the tightest of groups. Seems to be some small fracturing.
No, and even one or two in the pack who are fine. But the Martinet is dangerous. Ikathon is dangerous. So are my old friends.
You know, in my town, when a terrible storm would come in, it wasn't because you could see it or feel it. Sometimes it was just noticing the animals around you starting to act differently. I keep an eye on you when we're around these people. I have no idea what they're capable of or what the signs are. If your eyes are on them, our eyes are on you.
I will try not to let you down.
We're behind you.
Do you remember when we almost sank our own ship?
Which time?
Good point.
Caleb. T. Ford. T.
What?
There you go.
I didn't ask
We
for-
just made a bunch. Don't worry about it.
Like civilized people.
What does that smell?
Ask Caduceus.
Oh, I will.
Saffron and mushroom. Why?
No, it's lovely.
Saffron and mushroom.
Is this made from anyone you knew?
No, I can definitely. I mean, not personally, no. I mean, definitely somebody that I buried. I mean, that's what I carry, but I didn't actually know they came dead to the temple. Good.
Dead people taste so good.
I think so.